Okay, so I'm coming to you from Loughborough today. I'm covering the Loughborough International. Things have got off to a disastrous start. No VIP car parking. I'm parked in something called an overflow car park, bloody miles away. I'm pretty annoyed, to be honest with you. I don't know what sort of event this is, but it's got off to a bad start. So I'm pretty peeved. I'm not happy about this at all. The other thing I would say is that at 4 o'clock the football's on. It's now 12:30, and I've got to get to dry cleaners before it shuts, so it could be a bit limited in what we can do. But I've looked at the start lists, didn't recognise anybody on them, but let's go and see what it's all about. Right, well, things have gone from bad to worse. I've been directed to my very own media area, and you know, it's a little bit further from the action than I would have wanted, to be honest with you. And to make matters even worse, I've just spotted somebody wearing the same sunglasses as me. Okay, so I'm back on the balcony now. I need to keep my voice down because I'm not supposed to be here. I've left my own media zone, which is over there. But the exciting news that's going around the stadium, which is I've just seen a sneak peek of the start list for the men's 400, and somebody called Rooney's on it. So I'm guessing that not only has Wayne left Manchester United, but he's also now taken up athletics. So I'm, to be honest with you, a little bit surprised that the media haven't caught on to that. But another exclusive here on Eightlane.org.
As you can see, I've bagged my way onto the balcony, and this is the 100-metre men warming up for their race that presumably is going to be over 100 metres shortly. And you can see Craig Pickering there, fresh from a career as an ice skater, back running again. That's good to see. And Harry Akins-Ariti dressed today as a traffic warden, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. So these exciting moments in the build-up to the first major men's 100-metre final of the season, and I think everyone's excited to see whether there's any false starts. I know I am. I would give you a lineup, but I only know 2 of the athletes in the field, so it's probably not very helpful. We wait, and now, as they're called forward to their marks, some of them jump, others don't. There we go. You can hear a line-up by a rival commentator, probably from ESPN or something. But now, these tense moments, you can see the starter over there. I saw him limbering up earlier on with his gun, and we're getting ready to go as the gun is raised. Here we go. And they're all running really quickly, and there's a pole in the way, and they're going through, and one of them's going to win the race. I don't know who, but we'll listen out for it. It's close, apparently. I think somebody called James Ellington won. Well done to him. It's the men's 400 metres. It's one lap of the track. The one that is featuring Wayne Rooney, formerly of Manchester United. Now a runner, I'm not sure which lane he's in, but we'll look out for him. And they've started, and now they're running, and they're just going around the back, and they'll come in front of us in about 300 metres. Rooney's winning, and somebody called Snake is in there as well, and they come round now. It's exciting stuff. As these people, I don't think that is Wayne Rooney, I think that's somebody else. But anyway, they're coming through, and Rooney is going to win, followed by other guys, and I think Snake is there as well, and it wasn't very exciting, really, was it? Pretty straightforward. You've seen it, so you can be.
Well, unfortunately, I got caught on the balcony and was threatened with immediate arrest unless I moved back to my area, but it's not so bad. Oh, excuse me, interview? Interview? No, no, as a cyclist anyway, I'm more looking for athletes. But hopefully we'll get some people. Maybe if somebody drops out down the back straight, I might be able to bring you an exclusive. Can't help thinking I'm missing some of the action down here, but we'll see what happens.
The official in front of me hasn't moved for over 10 minutes. I'm starting to think that he's dead standing up. No movement at all. He's probably wondering what he's going to have for dinner later. But we have somebody moving in from the right here. And is he going to say anything? Is he going to say anything? This is a big moment. No. Well, the arrival of some cones and some action around the water jump can mean only one thing, and that it's time for the joke event, and that is the steeplechase, which firstly is going to feature women, but excitement. I'm well positioned to watch any fallers, and maybe if somebody does fall over, I'll be able to grab an exclusive with them, and also if I film it, I may get 250 quid from You've Been Framed. So fingers crossed. Again, not going to give you a start list because I don't know it, and I can't even hear the tannoy from over here. What can I tell you about the steeplechase? Well, it was invented by people in the 1960s when people used to jump over fences to gather food to feed their families, and then the Olympics embraced it. And it's no surprise that the ambulance is standing by. There's the water jump. Not far to go. As Pete Matthews walks through. One of Britain's finest. Still no fallers, but I'll bring it to you live if there is one. Go again, the race continues as they come round now with somebody clearly leading from a couple of others where it's a bit closer. But here's the big bit. Will there be a faller at the water jump? Not the first one. Too close together could be this time. No. What about the fourth? Safely over. Oh well. A brief comment on how your race is going. How are you feeling? Perry? Perry, how are you feeling? Just a quick comment. Goodness.
Right, well, it's the women's 800 metres that's coming up next. So I thought, well, I've got to find a way to get back onto the balcony for that. So what I did was I tied up an official, and I'm currently holding him captive whilst I just get up here to exclusively report on the ending of the women's 800 metre race. So let's hope we get it all.
Shocking twist here at Loughborough International. One of the officials has been sent to the naughty step after he was spotted eating some of the VIP sandwiches. So he's gone for a 10-minute timeout as the women's 800 metres gets underway. We're into the closing stages of the women's 800 metre match race, and as you can see, Julia Judd is miles ahead of the rest of the field, and that does happen from time to time in races. Athletes do win them comfortably, particularly in distance races where it's easier to put a bigger distance between them. So Julia Judd comes in to win, and there are other athletes behind her, but they're not going to catch her. I don't know who's going to get second, but it will be one of those two that are currently in second and third. Things can happen that are odd in the closing stages of an 800 metres, and as we see the pole go through, and the race is concluded.
Right, so unfortunately it's not a complete surprise, but for repeatedly breaching the conditions of my media pass, I've actually been ejected from the event and told never to come back, which is a shame, to be honest with you. It's a defeat for freedom of speech, but I've got to get to the dry cleaners. Football's on at 4. And my iPhone's nearly out of battery, so more for them, if you ask me.